Hello and welcome to another video with yours truly, Brooke from Her Packing List. If you have seen me before, you know that I love talking about teaching, learning, discussing all things packing light. But there is also another love of my life that you may not know about, and that is Halloween. Oh yes, I love this time of year so much. It is something I'm very passionate about. Anything spooky, scary, Halloween. Oh yeah, I live for this time of year. So I thought, how can I combine these two things that I love into one fun video? And I came up with a great idea because some of you may be traveling very soon over the course of the Halloween period and you still want to pack light. You want to have a costume option, but you still want to pack light, right? So I've come up with some great Halloween costume ideas that can be made from very typical kind of travel-friendly clothing items that we talk a lot about at Her Packing List, that a lot of travelers use in general. And when you go with these sorts of costume ideas, it doesn't take very many packed extras to make it all come together. So I'm going to give you 7 great examples in today's video. So the first costume that we're going to go with is based on my new favorite dress from Wool and the Bria dress. Okay, you may have heard me talk about it before. If you're in my world, you know that last month I wore it for 30 days in a row. Okay, so this black button-down dress is one of my new favorite things. You're going to get a full review video of it coming very soon, but for now, when I was wearing this dress last month, I kept thinking, oh, I only would need to do a couple of extra things to turn this beautiful black dress into a witch costume. So that is what I've done for costume number 1. It is my lovely long black dress, and all I had to do was add in a pair of black shoes. You could go with a boot, you could go with a ballet flat. I went with my teaks, and a hat. Really, just a witch hat. And you might be thinking, packing a hat into a tiny bag is not gonna happen, but let me show you. This is what a witch hat can do. And that's it. You pack it flat in your bag, good to go. Okay, and another thing that I did with my costume is I had some green striped compression socks from Vim and Vigor, and I thought those also gave off a very witchy vibe. So I put those on, and this is what I got. Now, I did not do any makeup for any of these costumes. I did this all probably within an hour, so bear with me. I didn't want to do any makeup. I have to wash my face and all that kind of stuff. But you could go further with some green makeup, obviously, or you could go with more of a American Horror Story Coven season type of look where you're just like a really cute witch. And that's it. So that is costume number 1. Literally all you need is this very packable, cheap witch hat. Or you could buy one at your destination as well. That's also an option. So that is based on my Bria dress from Wool and so another item that we talk about a lot at Her Packing List are the Anatomy Skylar pants. They are these super thin, super quick drying, super stretchy. They look good, dressed up. They can be casual travel pants. All right, they're, a little bit on the higher end of the price scale, but man, mine have been so worth it. And I have a pair of Anatomy Skylar pants in black, and I also have several black tops, a lot of bamboo black tops from like Bamboo Body, for example. And I thought, with the right accessories, I can turn this into a very cute Catwoman outfit. So it's kind of more of a form-fitting outfit. You can do as you wish. You could even wear a black dress, of course. And so it kind of gives you that like Catwoman vibe. And I just threw on my Teaks black ballet flats. So I only had to pack in my bag these very few accessories, all right? So this is one cat accessory kit that I got off Amazon. Super lightweight, super packable, and it, together with a full black outfit, gives you this lovely Catwoman costume, and it barely took up any extra room. And of course, if you want to get creative, you could add in some whiskers, a little cat nose, you could do some makeup, whatever you want. But this was just a very easy costume option from things that you're probably already going to pack, which is key. Okay. Now, the next costume idea was based on another dress that I have from Wool and. It is the Rowena swing dress, and it is in a lovely burgundy color. I've had this dress for a very long time, and I know it's a very popular dress from Wool and, so you might have this dress as well. And I thought, well, what could I do with a maroon burgundy colored dress? And the first thing that came to mind was literally a vampire, okay? A vampiress. Very, very easy to do with a couple of extra accessories. So with this dress, which is a very normal, just like simple swing dress, I thought it needed some kind of like vampiress pizzazz. So I found this very low cost belt, like a corset belt on Amazon, and it was perfect for the occasion. I kept my black ballet flats on for this, but any black shoe or even red shoe, maroon shoe, whatever would do perfectly. And the only other thing I had to pack was this super lightweight cape, vampire cape. And you can do a number of things. If you don't want to do the cape, you could do some sort of like lacy scarf or like choker necklace and like lacy gloves, something like that. That's very vampire-esque. And I didn't want to do any makeup. I didn't want to get out my Halloween makeup for this, but I had some ketchup on hand, so I just put some ketchup around my mouth, and there you go. Don't even need to pack any like actual Halloween makeup because you'll probably have access to a ketchup packet on your trip. So very packable, very easy ensemble, and it is something from a dress that you probably already are going to pack, which is perfect, right? Okay, so the next costume that I created was based on an item that you have probably seen me talk about at some point in the last decade on her packing list. You've probably seen it mentioned here and there, and it is the encircled chrysalis cardie. Okay, so at its core, the chrysalis cardie is a scarf, but it has some very strategically placed snaps. So you can actually wear it as a scarf, you can create a wrap cardigan, and you can also create a dress. And one of the dress variations that you can create is a one-shoulder Grecian goddess look. So I thought, hey, that's easy. Let's go as a Grecian goddess. So what I did is I added in a couple of very simple accessories. I got this olive wreath type headband, and off Amazon, I had these gold leaf earrings already at home, and I got a spool of gold ribbon to create a belt sash and to create kind of a laced up gladiator style sandal look, a faux gladiator style sandal look. So I went ahead, I did the whole ensemble with the one shoulder like Grecian goddess dress look. And then I wore my Neo Dora sandals. They're a bit strappy. You would be fine just like that. Just leaving it just like that. That would have been perfectly fine. But I had to go a little bit extra. So I cut off some gold ribbon and I made it look like I had sandals that kind of laced up to my knees. And it was just a little something extra, add a little bit of an extra goldy, like goddessy vibe, and it was so simple, like literally just packing a spool of gold ribbon and you're good to go. So I really love this one. It's very pretty, and honestly, like I feel like you could wear this to like a fancy event, a wedding, something like that, and it would also be like a very kind of like dressy outfit. So very easy, especially if you're already bringing the chrysalis cardie. So very good. For the next costume, I want to go back to the Bria dress from Woolan that I started with, that I made into the witch costume. Basically, a black dress is probably the most versatile item that you can bring with you over Halloween if you're traveling, because it's the basis for like any Halloween costume, like anything really you can create with a black dress. So we did the witch, but another idea that I had was obviously Wednesday, okay? She's always seen in black and long black dress especially. And it's just very iconic right now. It's a very popular show. It's just, yeah, it's very in. So to make my look really come together, there was a few things that I added to my black dress. And the first thing was some faux cuffs. So it looks like I'm wearing a full top underneath. And I also got a faux collar, which I left in the other room, but a faux collar. So it's not a full shirt. It's just like the collar area. So much more packable than like an entire ruffly shirt. All right. And so that worked really well. And then a wig. So obviously, if you have really long hair, you could just do braided pigtails and not have to worry about a wig. I wanted to test out a wig, but if I wanted to go as Wednesday, I would take it a step further. I would make my face super pale. I'd put on some black lipstick and really pull this look together. Any black shoe as well will do with this ensemble. But yeah, again, super packable, super easy. You could also use the Bria dress to do like a Morticia Addams type vibe as well. Like, yeah, the world is your oyster with that dress. I love it so much. And that brings us back to the Rowena swing dress from Woolan, because I had more ideas with that burgundy dress. And the one thing that came to mind was, I don't know, maybe you're not expecting this, but it was the look from The Handmaid's Tale. Okay, so they have that kind of like maroon burgundy type color outfit on. And when they don't have their big cloak on, like packing that, obviously, that's a lot of work. So when they don't have that big cloak on and they just have their like maroon dress, the really simple dress, this swing dress kind of gives off that same vibe. So I found a couple of really cool accessories that pull it all together. So the first thing, and I'm very excited for this find because I think it's going to be very useful in some travel situations. It's so packable. It is a hat. It's a super packable, squishable, foldable hat, right? But when you put it on, it kind of has that bonnet vibe from The Handmaid's Tale. But it's like sun protection. This is going to really cover your ears, going to cover your face. So it's really good, like if you're going to the beach or if you're doing outdoor hiking, all that kind of stuff. Like this is a great option for that. And so I thought this was good. And the other cool thing about this, and this is why I really love it, is you can unzip the top and it turns into a visor. So you can take that off and you literally have a visor as well. So very versatile, travel-y type item to pack for just any type of trip. And it also makes a good faux bonnet for your Handmaid's Tale costume. I'm gonna link up anything that I used that was purchased off Amazon below in the video description. So if you feel like you need something that I'm sharing, you can go and find it there. So that's the bonnet. And the other important feature to get correct with this is they're wearing these like really floppy boots, okay? So I thought, okay, I'll have my Blundstones and my Blundstone boots, and those will be the base of my floppy boot. And then I just added in some leg warmers in like the boot color, and it kind of gives it that same vibe, which you can see in the visual that I have just shared. So another really, really simple, packable costume option based on some very popular travel clothing items that you probably already have in your wardrobe if you've been reading her packing list for years. Now, the last costume I'm going to share with you today is based off of what I'm wearing right now. So maybe you're looking at this and you're like, already know where she's going with this. And it is Luigi, all right? So I have this very cool jumpsuit. It's made from bamboo. It's the bamboo jumpsuit from Booty. I wore this for 30 days in a row in one of my rewear challenges 2 years ago. And I think it's a very nice travel-friendly clothing item. So comfortable if you're into jumpsuits. Now you can also recreate this look using blue travel pants, blue hiking pants, that sort of thing, and getting like suspenders. But I had the jumpsuit, so I thought, hey, why not? And I also had a green t-shirt from Unbound Merino already. This is a shirt that I love to wear already every day anyway. And I put them together and I was like, yes, that is Luigi. But the only things that I needed to add were obviously my Blundstone boots. I needed a green ball cap of sorts. I needed some white gloves, also from Amazon. And I needed to kind of make the buttons on the jumpsuit. So I just took some label paper, printable label paper, sticky labels, and I cut out some circles and stuck them onto my top, and there you go. I was Luigi. I could have gone further and actually put like the L on the hat, but I just kept it simple, and I think you know who I'm trying to be, and I'm probably already packing this stuff anyway, so it was all very easy. So as you can see, if you have some very basic, very versatile travel clothing items, especially things like woolen dresses or travel pants or solid colored tops, all the things, the options are endless, friends. Like you can just be so creative and you can have a packable, light option for the upcoming Halloween getaway that you're about to take. And even if you're not traveling, these are just some really easy last minute Halloween costume ideas, probably based on something you have in your wardrobe, and get the accessories off of Amazon. They'll come in a day and you're good to go. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I did share some of my favorite travel clothing items that I own that are in my closet and how I could easily turn those items into very packable and travel-friendly Halloween costumes. So there you go. If you have any more ideas, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're dressing up as for Halloween. Let me know which one was your favorite. Just let me know. Let me know. Leave me a comment, all right? And be sure to tune in next time. I'm gonna try to do the Bria dress review video very soon. So stay tuned, friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.